Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here. I just broke 1600 on the OU ladder right now, so bit worried. I don't want to like immediately fall back down below 1600 on my first battle there, but I decided, hey, let's go and record this one. Interesting team. This is I've won against teams like this. I've lost against teams like this. Once you pretty much make it past 1500, it essentially becomes a prediction circle jerk. That is what I've learned, is that whoever predicts better is going to win the game, and sometimes it's down to skill, other times it's just down to who makes the more absurd risky play, that if that play failed it would have lost in the game, but since the play was made, it didn't. Now here's another interesting thing. So Tyranitar, I've seen smooth rock Tyranitars, and I've also seen choice scarf, or not choice, focus sash Tyranitars. So I could lead with the high jump kick and I could do some super huge damage to whatever switches in. Or I could go with the fake out into a high jump kick and maybe see if he's like trying to set up rocks or something. So I mean, you could go against anything. Now that's why I threw the high jump kick. It's because even though it's not going to do a wow, okay, never mind. It's like even though it's not going to do a lot of damage from the resist, apparently it did enough to OHKO with the sand. That's kind of absurd, and that's what I mean. Like I make the crazy plays. I'll stick in and do some absurd stuff. Now if this extra drill wouldn't carry protect. Like, I'm like, I don't, why would he throw that in? I don't think he can one-hit KO me. There's the Earthquake. Ooh, 2%. So as long as my high jump kick doesn't miss, that's Metacham doing a good amount of work right there. I still don't know if I have this one, though. Let's see. Ferrothorn's probably a safe Pokemon bring. Barbaricle's actually really safe right now, but if he brings in the Azumarill, I could be in trouble. Actually, Dragonite also stops out Barbaracle pretty well. And if he goes for the Charizard, that's where Ferrothorn has a hard time. But if here's where it just comes down to anything. Like, if I lead with Togekiss, I can probably Air Slash down his Charizard pretty well. If I bring in Ferrothorn, I can stop out everything but the Charizard. So let's see how that goes. Tyranitar, alright. I'm going to be able to get my Leech Seed against this Tyranitar then. Then hopefully go for the Stealth Rocks, so that way Charizard's going to take a huge amount when he comes in. He's just going straight into Charizard. I'm okay with that. I'll take a Seeds on Chard. So and also this is where it gets crazy as well. He might even go for a Dragon Dance, anticipating me switching, because I still don't know if he's Charizard X or Charizard Y right now. And I mean, I could just do the crazy play, sticking with Gyro Ball, but since this Ferrothorn stops out most of his team, I think I have to just switch it out on this one. But if he goes for the Dragon Dance, Barbaracle should actually have a good time right now. So we're just going to see how this one breaks down. Mega Evolved, Dragon Dance, perfect. So now I'm going to be able to use this to my advantage, because now I'm going to be able to Shell Smash, and if he switches out, yeah, he didn't switch, so now I don't have to worry about his priority. And I'm going to get a small amount of health back, so Charizard is going to take an absurd amount of damage right now from that. And if I Razor Shell, okay, Rock Slide's a KO. And it'll actually do a lot to Azumarill if he decides to go for the switch. He's pretty committed to his Swords Dance, I would like to imagine, or his Dragon Dance. Rock Slide has a better chance of missing, though. That's like the problem here, if anything misses. Razor Shell does a lot. I'll go with the Rock Slide just in case he switches. Alright, so that's going to be a good amount of damage there. If he goes into Azumarill, this is also where we get really circle jerky, because he could go into a Superpower, or he could Belly Drum. And then Ferrothorn has to go and deal with that. So it's all about how much setup he has. Barbaricle's probably not going to get much use anymore, so I might as well just stick it in and see if I can do a good amount of damage with the Rock Slide. And I went for the Aqua Jet, which would have been like an okay time to bring in Ferro. Thorn, or Ditto, but I could have used Ditto to maybe scout his moveset, because he might be running that Superpower. Pretty sure Ferrothorn can survive it, get that Leech Seed off. Like, that's why I like Ferrothorn. I can use him to pivot for Leech Seed really hard. So it might be what he wants, and it might not be. So there's his Superpower. I survive it through that resist. Or not resist, but just through my huge amounts of bulk. Leech Seed didn't miss, which is pretty much exactly what I needed. And now, you know, I can protect I can protect it off, or I can switch. Now, if I protect, I'm going to get free health back. It's still kind of a tricky game right now. He does have less attack, though, so he has 67% of his attack at 70%. I'm trying to do math right now, because if he's at -1, I don't think he can KO with that Superpower again. Half would be 35%, 17... Yeah, he shouldn't be able to KO again. So that means I either get Gyro Ball and whatever comes in, or something. Or I just get to finish off a Azumarill. So there's a superpower. Yeah, there's the resist. And now I get to take out his Azumarill. Cool. So this could be in my favor. I still don't like the Tyranitar Dragonite matchup against me. Dragonite, he's probably going to go for the Extreme Speed. I might throw a Leech Seed. I don't think Extreme Speed... It probably will KO, but I don't want him to set up a free Dragon Dance or something. Oh, I went for the Earthquake. Never mind. Yeah, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he Earthquake? Alright. Togekiss come in, or Ditto. I'm going to try to break something. I'm going to try to break him a bit with the Togekiss. I should be able to outspeed Air Slash, and then I can bring in my Scarf Ditto and clean up with some Outrage or whatever he's packing. So, Air Slash. Trying to figure this one out now. So, I mean, is it safe for Clefable? Because, I mean, I'm not going to be able to take the Sandstorm damage, and I don't think Tyranitar has anything that's going to do a huge amount to me. Ice Beam. Oh, good. Attack. Is it Special Tyranitar? Huh. Do I go Calm Mind, or do I risk a little extra damage? Because, I mean, I am hit point bulky. Let's go for the Calm. Oh, good, good. Very good on that Calm Mind. So now, I don't want to get crit or anything, but it looks like he doesn't have a lot of damage. That's either a free heal... Oh, he forfeited. Alright. So now I'm at 60... Wow, that guy had an 1800 rating! And I just mopped the floor with him. Cool. Actually, let me get out of that so I can throw it in the video. Okay, cool. And back to the ladder. So now, at least if I lose the next one, I'm still going to be at 1600, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's do 2. Let's risk it. I'm okay with a lot of that team. It's all going to be on my Medicham, because like Medicham is such a strong Pokemon. And one thing about the comments that makes me laugh now is all the people that are thumbs downing are the people that were like, I wouldn't break 1200 or 1300 on the ladder and that I suck. And now I'm proving them wrong, so they're just really butt mad is my guess. They have to call my team gimmicky to justify me beating up like so high on the ladder. That's actually pretty solid. Now, here's where I wonder what he's going for, because, I mean, my high jump kick's going to do everything, or going to do a lot to everything but his Venusaur or his Keldeo. And if he brings in Rotom, I'm going to high jump kick that thing to Oko. Like, everything's going to go down unless this thing has a Sash. Let's go. High jump kick. Ooh, good resist. So he gets his Stealth Rock, but I mean, yep, it's pretty good. So, I mean, now, if he goes, let's see, I'm trying to do math now. Like, that was a neutral hit. Unfortunately, Zen Headbutt would be resisted, and it might not be able to do enough to KO, but Zen Headbutt would be, like, my best bet of knocking out Keldeo or the Venusaur. It's all down to just these wonky predictions. He probably doesn't want to lose a Skarmory. So, I mean, high jump kicks will be a lot of damage, but Venusaur's going to go down. Zen, let's go. Ah, darn. Just trying to read it. Hey, I got a flinch, though. So that's actually kind of perfect. Now, I'll just throw out the high jump kick. Alright, he sacked it off. He did a good amount with that Rocky Helmet, though. But, I mean, I have a lot of good priority against his Tyranitar and his, well, not priority, but I outspeed his Tyranitar and his Rotom. So I can hold on to Medicham for then. Keldeo, I can resist Keldeo pretty well with... I don't know. Is this a Clefable time? So, I mean, if I could get Clefable in and get him setting up, I don't want him to take extra damage that's unnecessary. That's why I have Ditto as, like, my awkward pivot. But I could bring in Togekiss. That's going to bait him out. Damn. Just went for the Hydro Pump. Alright, that's fine. I can come back from that, because that just gives me a chance to bring in Clefable and start setting up. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Okay. That did a lot more than I thought it would, and that I ever wanted it to do. So, Soft Boiled, Hydro Pump. Ah, Hydro Pump lands 3 times in a row. Very unfortunate. Well, that means he's choiced. Like, choice specs. Barbaracle, he's kind of done because of the rocks. Ferrothorn's not going to really drive too much. I'm pretty much done on this one. So, Secret Sword doesn't do a lot to most of his team. Hydro Pump's going to get heavy resisted. Icy Wind's not going to be in my favor. And I'll just go for the big damage. Yeah, that's a lot. My win condition was Clefable, and I kind of threw it out at a bad time. Ooh, that Keldeo, that hurt. Ferrothorn's going to be the interesting Pokemon. It's not going to win me the game. I don't think anything can win me the game right now. So, what is that Rotom holding on to? Like, oh, Citrus Berry. There it is. And Burn's going to finish me off. Yep. I mean, Medicham is like my best bet to do something here. It's kind of like, what's he going to switch in against Medicham? This is what makes it really awkward, because I could throw the Zen Headbutt. That's going to mess up everything but Garchomp and Tyranitar. And I think Zen Headbutt should actually KO this dude, which would be incredibly nice. So, I mean, he's just going to keep sacking off, but if he's expecting the Zen, he might just go into Tyranitar. Oh, and Zen Headbutt misses. Well, that takes away all the guesswork right there. Yeah, so 39%, that would have been a KO. Then he would have brought in Keldeo. I would have had to sack off Ferrothorn to something. Oh well. What is he going to be? He'll just probably just go for this straight Thunderbolt. And my sash is broken from that rock setup. Rock Slide. It's just down to Ferrothorn, so that's a GG. He should, I was about to say, he should go for the Secret Sword. That's going to be his best bet against Ferrothorn. Ow. So much damage. I'm going to protect, even though it's not going to do anything. Take that. Well, Gyro Ball for the GG. Awesome. Well then,